being closer to this trip?
You know, the thing I love most about this team is the competition in practice. You know, I've only had one team here, and we finished the year with 7 guys on scholarship. The problem with that is you can't practice. You can't go 5-on-5. So, you go 4-on-4. You know, you get put 5 guys on one team, you wind up having to put manager or assistant coaches out there, and you can't go live. These practices, our guys are getting after it. You know, Ronnie Johnson and Galen Robinson are fighting each other. Eric Weary and LaRon Barnes. Rob Gray and Damian Dobson. That's 6 guys in the backcourt, and I haven't even mentioned West, who's really improved. So those guys, they're matching up with each other, and those are competitive matchups. Chicken Knowles had to start at center last year at 190 pounds, for God's sake. He and Devontae, instead of playing with each other, they're playing against each other. So they go head to head. Kyle Meyer and Bert Nolly are going at each other. And then you have Wes and Xavier Dupree. You know, Xavier just got here. He's got here second summer session. So he's a little bit behind because all these other guys have been here either since July 1st or actually they've all been here since July 1st. Excuse me, June 1st. But it's just a great thing to see. You know, as a coach, you stand there, and we've had probably 15 to 20 high school or junior college coaches. We've had a lot of Division I coaches come in just to watch our practices, and you know, it's the feedback we get from them is how hard our kids play, and that's something that we want to be known for. You know, I don't care how good you are. You cannot tell how good a player is until you teach him how to play hard and compete. So, but you know, we've made some changes. Because we can do more things. You know, last year, you know, I was telling somebody, we led Cincinnati twice at halftime. We led Temple at halftime. I only played them once. We led Tulsa in the second half by 7 points twice. We lose SMU at home by 5 or 6, something like that. We couldn't finish games for a couple of reasons. One is we only had 2 or 3 guys that we could count on to score. And then I use all my timeouts the second half for fatigue. You know, instead of strategy, guys tired. It's not like I could put somebody in for them. I had to call a timeout and say, I can't take you out, so we'll just, you know, sit down. We have a minute and 30-second timeout, 90-second timeout. Let's use the rest. So this year's team, I love the fact that we're competitive in practice and we have depth, and that's a great thing to have. But you get better in practice. If you're not having great practices, I don't know how you improve. And the thing that jumps out at me is, you know, how competitive we are. You know, Pollard has improved. He's a lot more stable. He's more comfortable. Chicken's improved. Dotson's a really good player. He can do things. I'm learning him. You know, obviously I'd never seen him in high school. I never saw him at Oregon. I've watched some tape on him. Galen Robinson is going to be a good player. You know, he's got to grow up, not maturity-wise. He's got to grow up as a Division I player. You know, he went to a private Christian school. Well, we don't play those teams. You know, we're playing men, and so he's got to adjust to the speed of this game. From last year, the guy that really has improved, that most people never talk about is my old man River, LaRon Barnes. You know, every team needs a LaRon Barnes. He's your glue guy. That's what he is for us. You know, I can think back to all my teams, that whether it's Washington State or Oklahoma, Indiana. You know, great teams have guys like LaRon Barnes, and you know, I can start him, I can bring him off the bench. He could care less. That's his maturity level. You got to have guys like that. You know, immature guys react negatively when bad things happen to them. Either they're immature or selfish. You know, you can tell by a guy's reaction his maturity level. If I were to walk up to LaRon Barnes right now and say, LaRon, maybe you should start, but I'm going to bring you off the bench. Whatever you want me to do, coach. Those are the kind of guys you like. If I told LaRon Barnes run through that wall right now, you know what he'd say? Coach, can I get a running start? Those are the guys you love, man. You got to have them. I like our team, and this is working out so much better for me. I knew it was going to be great because I've taken teams to Russia, Costa Rica, Bahamas on these foreign tours before. But I knew this was going to be great. But this is a perfect situation for us because we have so many new guys. And the fact that they allow us to take our incoming recruits. I think Ronnie Johnson hasn't played a game in March, April, May, June, July, 17 months. Damian Dawson hasn't played a basketball game in 17 months. We're going to play a game a week from tomorrow. What's today? The 5th, 6th? We're going to play a game on the 14th. We're going to play a game a week from, well, that would be what, Friday? And he's getting excited about that. I'm excited because I've never seen him play in a game, not in person. I've never seen Ronnie Johnson play in a game. Well, I'm going to see him play 4 in a row. And then on the day of games, we'll get together and have a little shoot around. You know, I'm not quite sure what it's not like we're going across the state to Dallas to play SMU now. We're going to Hubei in the province of Anhui in China. I don't know what their facilities are like. But it's regardless of what happens over there, this has been a win-win for us. We've had 6 practices, and we've got 4 more. We'll go. Today's a day off, so we'll go Thursday, Friday, and then Thursday, Friday, Sunday, Monday, and then we leave Monday night or Tuesday morning at 1 o'clock.
Coach, we're taking a tour of the facilities today. Talk a little bit about that.
Game changer. Since 2015, you know, it's just to put this in perspective. We went to the Final Four. That says 2002. Well, we moved into a brand new practice facility in 2001. That was 14 years ago. And right after that, everybody in the Big 12 built one. So I just think that President Couture, Mac Rhodes, Hunter Yurachek, Tillman Fertitta, everybody on the Board of Regents, you know, I thank them for their commitment to this program. Basketball coaches can win games, but if you want to win championships, you have to have the commitment of the administration. You're not going to win one without them. They're the ones that raise the money, that give the okay. All I can do is ask, but they make the decision to do it. So this is a huge, huge step for us. We're going to do around a $60 million renovation of Hopines here pretty soon too. But I've had since we got back from July recruiting, I've had 5 kids on campus, and the first thing I do is we go over there, we get a hard hat on, a security vest, safety vest, safety goggles, and I walk them through every single step of that facility. You know, the first floor, you're going to see a spacious, really spacious basketball court with 6 baskets. You're going to see an oversized training room. You're going to see a huge weight room. You go to the 2nd floor, and it's designed just for the players. A team room, function room where we can have meals, we can have meetings. You know, one of these days here pretty soon, we're going to go to the NCAA tournament, and that's where we'll have our selection seating party in there. We've got between 50 and 70 monitors just on the men's side, whether it's in the training room, weight room, players lounge, locker room, film room, video room. Every coach's office, head coach, assistant coaches, has a viewing area. Their windows overlook the practice facility. So we spared no expense. This is I've overseen the building of 2 of these practice facilities. This is number 3, and this is the nicest one I've seen.
What does this do to recruiting?
Again, game changer.
Yeah.
You know, well, think about it. I was hired in April of 2014. The only thing that we've shown kids is this office. They sit in that couch right there. I've never taken one to Hopines. Why would I? You know, you don't. I don't say that jokingly. I say that seriously. I work here. I understand the business. I take them to this office and I sell them on a vision. Now, I don't know if I've had anybody in this office. We just take them across the street. We sell them, hey, this isn't a pipe dream. Before you see these pictures in here, I've been showing them these pictures. This is what we're going to build. Now, it's no longer a dream. It's no longer a vision. It's a reality. I mean, that place over there, you know, we hear a lot about these Houston high school kids. Why can't we keep these kids at home? You got to give them a reason to stay. They're not obligated to stay. They want to go where, you know, these kids, we're in a bells and whistles generation. They're visual. They see things. You know, these other schools have got beautiful, beautiful arenas, beautiful locker rooms, beautiful lounges and weight rooms and film rooms and locker rooms with every bell and whistle you can imagine. We don't have any of that. Well, now we've got a practice facility we'll put up against anybody's.
Kelvin, how many TVs again did you say?
Is TJ Maher?
TJ's going to do
Yeah, it's between 50 and 70. Count them, make sure I'm right. Because it's like in the weight room alone, there's 6. In the players' lounge alone, there's 6. And there's a video wall, Joe, that's just made just for video games. Xbox, what are the other ones? PlayStation, just for that. There's a nutrition station. You know, with the new rule, you can feed these kids like crazy. Well, we have a nutrition station with industrial size refrigerator, peanut butter and jelly bar. I mean, it's you get creative. I got a lot of the ideas just by going around the NBA.
You got a barber shop?
Not yet. Not yet. They, you know,
that's money, right?
Actually, we do. They cut each other's hair. When you see Damian Dotson, you'll think somebody messed his up.
What was the reaction to the recruits when they saw the development center?
Wow, nice. I tell you what a difference is when we ask these kids, what is it you like best? They tell us the facilities. Really? You know, when was the last time we heard that? You know, I don't think maybe it was when Elvin in the early '70s guys. You know, but this is 2015. You know, nothing's. You know, they've replaced some carpet, thrown some paint on some walls, but it's the same thing that they had in the late '60s.
How much of a benefit is it having a situation that's all yours, all dedicated just to basketball, instead of a facility like this that's kind of catch-all for all the sports?
Absolutely, great question, great point. You know, for instance, I can't call names obviously, but I was telling a kid, you know, some of these kids are gym rats. So I tell them, you know, like the security over there is great. Like the only way you can get to the 2nd or 3rd floor is by retinal scanner. There's no key cards or fobs or keys. It's retinal scanner. So if you want to get into that building, our kids, you know, they blink, they look into the scanner, it turns green, and they can walk in. But they have access to that gym and that court 24/7, 365. No longer when we have graduation over here. Where do we go? We've got one court in Alumni Center. Well, we have 2 teams. You know, Coach Huey's doing a great job with the women's team. Now, their girls are always wanting to play. So we've been sharing. I mean, we're a major college program and we share facilities. You know, Connecticut doesn't do that. They've got a men's and women's practice facility. They've had one for years. SMU's got a great facility. You know, you go around this conference. This is my first time going around the conference, so I didn't know what these schools had. You know, we're way behind these schools facility-wise. That's why Hunter, Tom Herman in football, our staff. That's why we appeal to our alumni base and the people that love our university to help us, because we want to win championships. We're the school that you can. This is a great university, man. We don't have to take a back seat to other people. I want our people to have a little swagger to them, to believe in this place. But we can't do it with what we have. You know, Tom Herman needs an indoor practice facility. If he does that, he's not talking about winning conference championships. He's talking about BCS bowls. Because now you recruit better players, and that's what this whole thing's about. You got to be able to recruit.
All right. Thank you very much.